3 disgusting behaviors of narcissists when they lock themselves in the bathroom. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm really glad you've joined me today, and as always, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to stop by. Today, we're diving into a topic that might sound unusual at first but is something many people who've dealt with narcissists will recognize: the strange and often disgusting behaviors of narcissists when they lock themselves in the bathroom. This isn't just about privacy or personal space. Narcissists often use even the most mundane situations to manipulate, control, or exert power in a relationship. When they retreat to the bathroom, it's not always what it seems on the surface. Many people who've had to endure life with a narcissist report seeing bizarre, manipulative, and downright disturbing behaviors when the narcissist isolates themselves in this particular space. So today, we're going to explore what's really going on in that seemingly private moment, and we'll uncover 3 disturbing behaviors narcissists exhibit when they lock themselves in the bathroom. Let's jump into it. It might sound a little surprising at first, but when narcissists lock themselves in the bathroom, they often use that space as more than just a place for basic hygiene or a moment of solitude. For them, the bathroom becomes a sanctuary for their manipulative tendencies, a hideaway where they can carry out behaviors that reveal their true character. It's an environment where they feel free to indulge in behaviors that are often hidden from their partner or the outside world. One of the first, and perhaps most alarming, behaviors narcissists exhibit in this setting is their obsessive fixation on their appearance. Now, on the surface, you might think, well, everyone wants to look their best, don't they? But with narcissists, this fixation takes on a much darker tone. Narcissists thrive on external validation and have an insatiable need to control how others perceive them. The bathroom becomes their personal stage, a place where they can spend hours grooming themselves, obsessively checking their reflection, and ensuring that they present the image of perfection to the world. But here's where it gets disturbing. For a narcissist, looking good is not just about self-care. It's about maintaining the facade they've carefully crafted. They'll spend excessive amounts of time in front of the mirror, nitpicking at their flaws, getting agitated when they don't look exactly the way they want, or even experimenting with drastic changes to their appearance to get more attention from others. And during this obsessive ritual, they may be thinking about how they can use their appearance to manipulate or charm those around them. The bathroom becomes their private laboratory for perfecting their image, and they'll often go to extreme lengths to ensure that they remain in control of how they are perceived. For a narcissist, their reflection is never just a reflection. It's a tool for manipulating others and securing their fragile sense of superiority. What's most disturbing about this behavior is that their self-worth becomes entirely dependent on what they see in the mirror. And they'll retreat to the bathroom for as long as it takes to fix themselves. The second disgusting behavior that narcissists engage in when they lock themselves in the bathroom is far more insidious. They often use it as a place to engage in covert communication or activities that betray the people closest to them. Narcissists are known for their secretive behavior, and the bathroom offers the perfect cover. It's one of the few places where they can hide away from the rest of the world. And they use this privacy to further their manipulative agenda. While you might think they're simply taking a moment for themselves, what's often happening behind that closed door is far more disturbing. Many narcissists use the bathroom as a place to secretly communicate with other people, whether that's through texting, social media, or even making phone calls. This might be to someone they're triangulating you with, another romantic interest, or someone they're keeping as a backup source of supply. Narcissists are masters at hiding their true intentions, and the bathroom becomes their safe space for carrying out these secret exchanges without getting caught. They'll lock the door, making it seem like they're just having some private time, when in reality, they're actively betraying the trust of those closest to them. This kind of behavior is disgusting not only because it's a breach of trust, but also because it shows just how little regard narcissists have for the emotional well-being of others. They don't see relationships as bonds of trust or loyalty. Instead, they see them as opportunities for personal gain. When a narcissist locks themselves in the bathroom and engages in covert communication, they are thinking about how to keep all of their options open, how to maintain control over multiple people at once, and how to manipulate situations to their advantage. They'll justify these actions in their own mind, convincing themselves that they deserve this extra attention or that they're simply being smart by not putting all their eggs in one basket. What makes this behavior so disturbing is the sheer lack of empathy behind it. They are fully aware that their actions are hurtful, but they simply don't care. As long as they're getting what they want, everyone else's feelings are irrelevant. And because the bathroom is such a private space, they feel safe carrying out these behaviors without fear of being exposed. The third disgusting behavior narcissists engage in when they lock themselves in the bathroom is using that time and space to escalate their internal rage. Narcissists have an incredibly fragile ego, and when they feel slighted or criticized, even in the smallest ways, they can become enraged. However, they don't always show this rage outwardly, especially if they are skilled at maintaining their nice public persona. So what do? They retreat to a private space, like the bathroom, to stew in their anger, rehearse their grievances, and plot their next move. Inside the bathroom, a narcissist's thoughts can become consumed with self-pity and blame. They'll replay perceived slights over and over in their head, fanning the flames of their resentment. You might have no idea that they're even upset because they've chosen not to show their rage openly, but behind that bathroom door, they are seething. The disturbing part of this behavior is that it often leads to premeditated emotional or psychological attacks. Narcissists don't just get angry, they get vindictive. In the privacy of the bathroom, they'll run through all the ways they can get back at you or others for whatever offense they feel they've endured. They'll think about how they can use your vulnerabilities against you, how they can manipulate future situations to punish you subtly, or how they can push your buttons without appearing overtly malicious. This internal plotting is what makes narcissistic rage so dangerous. It's not just reactive, it's calculated. What's even more disturbing is that after they've spent time brooding in the bathroom, they might emerge with a calm demeanor, pretending as if everything is fine. But make no mistake, they're still angry, and they've likely already decided how they're going to manipulate you next. This type of behavior is disgusting because it reveals the depths of their emotional manipulation. Rather than dealing with their feelings in a healthy way or addressing issues openly, narcissists will often take the most passive-aggressive route possible, ensuring that they maintain control while you're left guessing what's really going on. Their ability to mask their true feelings and keep their anger hidden until it's convenient for them to unleash it makes them especially dangerous to be around. You might think the bathroom is just a place for them to cool off, but in reality, it's where they're fine-tuning their next manipulative move. The narcissist's ability to compartmentalize their rage and plot against others in secret is what makes this behavior not only disgusting but also deeply unsettling. In all these cases, whether they're obsessively grooming, secretly communicating, or stewing in silent rage, the narcissist's bathroom behavior is never innocent. It's always about control, manipulation, and feeding their own ego at the expense of others. What makes these behaviors so disturbing is that they're often hidden in plain sight, leaving those around the narcissist confused, hurt, and manipulated without fully understanding what's happening behind closed doors. So, there you have it. The 3 disgusting behaviors narcissists often engage in when they lock themselves in the bathroom. It's a strange, unsettling reality that many people in relationships with narcissists face. And it reveals just how manipulative and self-serving these individuals can be. Their behavior behind closed doors often gives you a glimpse into the deeper issues that drive them: their need for control, their lack of empathy, and their obsession with their own image. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this discussion. I hope this has shed some light on the bizarre and unsettling ways that narcissists can manipulate even the most mundane moments in life. If you found this video helpful or insightful, please feel free to share it with someone who might benefit from hearing it. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. I'm so grateful for your support, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Take care of yourselves, and remember, you deserve relationships built on trust, respect, and mutual care. Stay strong, and until next time, God bless.
This is 3 things God always does to a narcissist, even until they die. Is there a divine consequence for narcissists? Can the universe or a higher power intervene to hold them accountable for their actions? If such accountability exists, why do narcissists seemingly get away with their behavior for an extended period? If there's karma awaiting them, why doesn't it manifest immediately when they hit rock bottom? It's perplexing to witness the narcissist's apparent contentment while you endure hardship and strive for progress. This raises questions about the fairness of the situation and prompts reflections on belief in a higher power, whether it be God, the universe, or a higher self. Where does this divine energy originate? And why does the narcissist seemingly thrive effortlessly? These are the questions I aim to address in the current episode. Welcome back to the Exposed Narcissist channel. In today's episode, we'll take an unconventional approach by exploring narcissism through a religious and spiritual lens. Building upon the previous episode, where I discuss 5 signs that God may be revealing someone's narcissistic traits, this installment will delve into 3 specific responses from God towards a narcissist. If this piques your interest and you're eager to learn more about these topics, please consider subscribing to contribute to the spread of information on narcissistic abuse. Also, if you haven't watched the previous episode, you can find it by clicking the I button above. 1. Abundant opportunities for change. A narcissist is generously granted time, countless opportunities, and personal space by God with the intention of facilitating transformative growth. However, the narcissist consistently fails to engage in self-reflection, accept accountability for their actions, or recognize the need for a rational change in behavior. God, respecting our free will, does not appear inclined to hastily punish or chastise. Personally, I perceive the divine as the most merciful and compassionate force. Consequently, the narcissist is presented with numerous opportunities to exercise their freedom, as shown through various avenues demanding an understanding and acknowledgement of their actions. Failure to do so will inevitably lead to consequences they can no longer evade. You, as evidence of this, are a divine gift to the narcissist, offering everything necessary for their transformation. You generously offered opportunities for personal growth, demonstrated empathy, unconditionally embraced them, extended forgiveness, and treated them with the nurturing care one reserves for their own child, overlooking their shortcomings and consistently approaching them with understanding. Yet how has the narcissist reciprocated? How have they treated you? They subjected you to mistreatment, exploiting the liberties you granted, and even weaponizing your admirable qualities against you. This equates to engaging in an ongoing struggle against the divine force, exchanging your life force for transient, materialistic gains that offer only fleeting satisfaction. They opted out of experiencing the richness of love and life, as their obstinate and unyielding disposition binds them to an endless loop. They persist in repeating the same patterns, convinced that they are ascending to new heights, soaring, or attaining divine status. In their belief, they wield authority over all circumstances, be it related to individuals, themselves, or the earth. And remarkably, God allows this cycle to persist. The universe allows narcissists to indulge in delusions because the more intoxicated they become, the more painful the eventual fall will be when they crash face first. This is precisely what happens when a narcissist hits rock bottom. Their retribution unfolds as their world is upended and reality confronts them head-on. This doesn't imply that God is malevolent, as he generously provides them with ample opportunities. The narcissist, in their self-destructive path, inflicts this retribution upon themselves when they reach the nadir. Their punishment lies in the realization that their entire source of validation has been exhausted as they age. This is their self-imposed penalty. A fundamental principle in scriptures is that God detests arrogance. If he allows individuals to prosper, grow, or flourish in any way, it is ultimately to their own detriment, as the more they expand, the more agonizing it becomes when they contract. The second consequence from God for narcissists involves the removal of all their sources of sustenance. An example of this could be a narcissistic parent severing all connections with the children they once thought they controlled and owned. Similarly, when these children come of age and recognize the narcissistic traits in their parent, they sever all ties, leaving the narcissist devoid of support and vitality. God dismantles their entire existence, stripping away their strength and every claimed power. I witnessed this with my paternal grandfather, a staunch narcissist who believed himself to be godlike. He once walked with immense arrogance, reveling in the fear he instilled in family members and others. Now isolated, he is reduced to a mere collection of deteriorating bones that accumulate daily. His understanding of harmony is lacking, and his children despise him, as they too exhibit narcissistic tendencies. He often reminisces, saying, "I used to be this, I used to be that." Living in that delusional fantasy, he thought he would remain eternally youthful and dominant. However, reality caught up with him, courtesy of God, leading to his prolonged existence, a consequence of his own suffering rather than a bestowed reward. Thirdly, God allows narcissists to dwell in an unaltered state of dissatisfaction and unhappiness, driven by their unwavering belief that nothing is ever sufficient. Their insatiable desire for more remains unquenched, akin to a vessel with a perpetual leak at its base. They lack gratitude and fail to express appreciation, not only for their accomplishments, acquired possessions, wealth, or relationships, but for everything, including themselves. Regardless of their achievements, there is a perpetual sense of inadequacy. Even the slightest perception of something missing triggers a traumatic response. While many individuals may experience such feelings, they have the ability to recognize and acknowledge them, understanding their inclination toward perfectionism that requires improvement. The case is markedly different with a narcissist. They consistently project this sense of perpetual deficiency onto others, including you if you provide what they deem lacking. They demand changes in your appearance, insist on more efforts for them, and dictate specific behaviors and speech, all driven by their relentless pursuit of an elusive sense of completeness. Moreover, despite your earnest efforts, the goalpost continues to shift incessantly. The narcissist remains oblivious to their own remorse and insecurities, further entangling themselves in a detrimental cycle rooted in their unacknowledged deficiencies. In response, God allows them to persist in this alternative state of discontentment. Paradoxically, a life steeped in discontentment obstructs the attainment of inner peace and the understanding of true joy. Though they may seem content with their myriad possessions, their pleasure remains fleeting, akin to a temporary high. Their relentless pursuit of novelty robs them of stability and the authentic experience of being genuinely loved and cared for. Despite your demonstrations of affection and concern, they never reciprocate, lacking the capacity to receive such expressions. Their misfortune is profound, for love, with its elevated frequency and vibration, holds the utmost significance. It surpasses material wealth in evoking a sense of fulfillment. Devoid of this fulfillment, they are deprived of encountering divine mercy and personal growth. Trapped in a stagnant vibrational frequency, their consciousness remains perpetually stunted. They fail to mature, comprehend the unity in diversity, or recognize the divine presence around them. While these concepts may be more advanced, they are crucial for spiritual development. Their existence mirrors that of a parasite, engaged in an eternal race and relentless pursuit of the same coveted object, a condition more dire than that of an animal. Ensnared in a predatory state, they find themselves incapable of extricating from its clutches, an expression of divine wrath. At times, God unveils them, exposing their true nature and subjecting them to disgrace. Despite their claim of exceptional intelligence, narcissists master the art of concealment. Yet, when God decides to unveil them, every detail becomes transparent, revealing the narcissist's intricate web of deceit and falsehood. Reduced to ash, stripped of every facet of narcissism, they implode, left exposed and helpless, with no retreat or resources to pursue. The struggle and suffering intensify, for being alone with oneself is the ultimate punishment for a narcissist, unable to tolerate their own presence. Ultimately, this fate befalls every narcissist. Notably, I've observed that each narcissist I know has been abandoned, a consequence of their own deeds, particularly in their treatment of offspring and loved ones. No one desires the company of a perpetually critical and grumpy senior who belittles and plays the martyr while receiving assistance. Consequently, they find themselves isolated, left alone with their own misery, which only serves to fuel their anger and exacerbate their narcissistic tendencies. Even in the afterlife, they find no solace for their spirit, residing in the lowest realm, if one believes in such realms. Alternatively, if one believes in regeneration, they may undergo transformation into another form, as they never merit the human experience. Their afterlife, if it exists, is one of torment, a consequence of their actions. In essence, narcissists lead perpetually miserable lives, devoid of joyful endings. Eventually, they confront the repercussions, unable to avoid the suffering that ensues from their own karma. This is not divine cruelty, but a confrontation with the consequences of their actions, a perpetual cycle they are doomed to face. As we approach the conclusion of this episode, I'm curious to hear what you believe God does to narcissists. Share your observations and experiences in the comments section below, enlightening others. These are the final thoughts for this episode. If you found it informative or valuable, please express your thoughts in the comments. We'll continue the conversation in the next one. Until then, stay connected and let the healing process begin. This is more painful and drives the narcissist crazy than no contact at all. Deciphering a narcissist's response to a breakup is akin to navigating a complex labyrinth. Their two-faced nature reveals itself as they initiate relationships with intense idealization, constructing a narrative of love that swiftly unravels to expose their deceptive side. Navigating the aftermath feels like calming a tempest, leaving behind emotional scars. It's tempting to perceive their impact as a contagion, prompting thoughts of containment, much like the World Health Organization monitoring their influence on our lives. If you resonate with the trials of narcissistic relationships, consider expressing your acknowledgement by gently tapping the like button. This unspoken agreement becomes a subtle signal, a collective recognition of the shared journey we all undergo in comprehending and navigating the intricacies of narcissistic dynamics. Examining the aftermath of a narcissistic breakup provides a captivating glimpse into their intricate world. The resulting emotional turmoil can be bewildering, especially if you've implemented a no-contact strategy or faced the drastic measure of being blocked on social media and phones. Frequently, narcissists initiate breakups, leaving their partners without closure and retaining the power to return at their discretion. However, there are instances where you might take the initiative to end the relationship first, an admirable decision given the challenges of being entwined with a narcissist. Unlocking the complexities of a narcissistic breakup hinges on recognizing their initial perception of partners as saviors, believing these individuals hold the solutions to their myriad problems. However, a pivotal question emerges. Can one person genuinely be the panacea for a multitude of issues and inner demons? It becomes evident that as their partner, you are not a miracle worker. What narcissists truly need is extensive therapy and, metaphorically speaking, a few exorcisms, not a relationship with you. Returning to the notion of discarding sheds light on what genuinely unsettles a narcissist post-breakup. Their most significant challenge lies in coping with your indifference. In many ways, narcissists exhibit behaviors akin to overgrown children. The process of discarding essentially involves dismantling their very essence. The one thing they find incredibly difficult to handle is your ability to remain unaffected and withdraw the attention and control they so desperately crave. Grasping these dynamics and navigating the aftermath of a relationship with a narcissist can provide individuals with the tools to regain control and move towards a healthier path. Recovering from a breakup with a narcissist is akin to embarking on a challenging journey through a maze of intricate emotions and unpredictable behaviors. A deep understanding of this complex web of feelings and actions is crucial for those steadfast in reclaiming control over their lives. The narcissist, adept at redirecting attention to new targets, swiftly redirects their focus away from the breakup, leaving the former partner ensnared in a blend of confusion and heartache. Nonetheless, unraveling these dynamics is a pivotal step toward empowerment and eventual recovery. Following a breakup with a narcissist, the pursuit of closure emerges as a critical consideration. It's crucial to acknowledge a fundamental truth. Narcissists are not naturally predisposed to willingly provide closure. The notion of closure contradicts their aversion to finality, rooted in a deep-seated fear of losing control. This resistance complicates the post-breakup experience, often leaving individuals without the resolution they fervently seek. Taking a proactive stance in dealing with narcissists involves initiating a decisive severance of ties. Opting for complete disengagement emerges as a potent strategy. As individuals progress to a state where the narcissist's actions no longer elicit emotional distress, a profound transformation occurs. Narcissists thrive on emotional investment, and by disrupting this cycle through emotional detachment, individuals can confound the narcissist's typical tactics. This not only leaves the narcissist bewildered, but also paves the way for genuine liberation and a renewed sense of self. Even upon breaking free from their immediate influence, narcissists often yearn for evidence of your distress. They search for signs of emotional turmoil on social media, deriving sustenance from your public vulnerability. This underscores the significance of taking a hiatus from social platforms post-breakup. Narcissists may resort to dubious tactics, such as creating anonymous profiles or sending friend requests from suspiciously empty accounts, in a desperate bid to maintain a foothold in your life. Confronting a narcissist poses a formidable challenge. But a potent strategy lies in your capacity to display genuine indifference. When you convey a lack of interest in their choices, well-being, or mere existence, it leaves them disarmed and vulnerable. This level of apathy delivers a significant blow to the very core of their ego, subjecting them to a torment they can scarcely endure. Whether the separation was instigated by you or them becomes inconsequential. Even if they initially relish a sense of control, being denied access to your social media and encountering blocked avenues of contact, only to witness your resurgence on the digital stage, radiating happiness and prosperity, inflicts profound anguish upon them. Understanding the aftermath of such dynamics sheds light on the deep wounds inflicted by narcissistic individuals. The journey towards personal healing involves recognizing the manipulative tactics employed by these individuals and establishing safeguards against their attempts to maintain influence. Setting firm boundaries and, when necessary, disconnecting from digital spaces can serve as potent tools for regaining autonomy and nurturing emotional well-being after dealing with narcissistic individuals. Navigating relationships with narcissists, especially in familial or shared parental responsibilities, can resemble a complex dance. Many individuals find solace in the practice of grey rocking, a technique that involves responding to a narcissist's antics with indifference, essentially conveying that their actions hold little consequence in your life. Despite its apparent simplicity, this approach proves remarkably effective in managing dynamics with narcissistic individuals, offering a sense of control and protection in the face of their manipulative tendencies.
Three disgusting behaviors of narcissists when they lock themselves in the bathroom. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm really glad you've joined me today, and as always, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to stop by. Today, we're diving into a topic that might sound unusual at first but is something many people who've dealt with narcissists will recognize: the strange and often disgusting behaviors of narcissists when they lock themselves in the bathroom. This isn't just about privacy or personal space. Narcissists often use even the most mundane situations to manipulate, control, or exert power in a relationship. When they retreat to the bathroom, it's not always what it seems on the surface. Many people who've had to endure life with a narcissist report seeing bizarre, manipulative, and downright disturbing behaviors when the narcissist isolates themselves in this particular space. So today, we're going to explore what's really going on in that seemingly private moment, and we'll uncover 3 disturbing behaviors narcissists exhibit when they lock themselves in the bathroom. Let's jump into it. It might sound a little surprising at first, but when narcissists lock themselves in the bathroom, they often use that space as more than just a place for basic hygiene or a moment of solitude. For them, the bathroom becomes a sanctuary for their manipulative tendencies, a hideaway where they can carry out behaviors that reveal their true character. It's an environment where they feel free to indulge in behaviors that are often hidden from their partner or the outside world. One of the first, and perhaps most alarming, behaviors narcissists exhibit in this setting is their obsessive fixation on their appearance. Now, on the surface, you might think, well, everyone wants to look their best, don't they? But with narcissists, this fixation takes on a much darker tone. Narcissists thrive on external validation and have an insatiable need to control how others perceive them. The bathroom becomes their personal stage, a place where they can spend hours grooming themselves, obsessively checking their reflection, and ensuring that they present the image of perfection to the world. But here's where it gets disturbing. For a narcissist, looking good is not just about self-care. It's about maintaining the facade they've carefully crafted. They'll spend excessive amounts of time in front of the mirror, nitpicking at their flaws, getting agitated when they don't look exactly the way they want, or even experimenting with drastic changes to their appearance to get more attention from others. And during this obsessive ritual, they may be thinking about how they can use their appearance to manipulate or charm those around them. The bathroom becomes their private laboratory for perfecting their image, and they'll often go to extreme lengths to ensure that they remain in control of how they are perceived. For a narcissist, their reflection is never just a reflection. It's a tool for manipulating others and securing their fragile sense of superiority. What's most disturbing about this behavior is that their self-worth becomes entirely dependent on what they see in the mirror. And they'll retreat to the bathroom for as long as it takes to fix themselves. The second disgusting behavior that narcissists engage in when they lock themselves in the bathroom is far more insidious. They often use it as a place to engage in covert communication or activities that betray the people closest to them. Narcissists are known for their secretive behavior, and the bathroom offers the perfect cover. It's one of the few places where they can hide away from the rest of the world.